Welcome to the comments section of our video on The Bold and the Beautiful. Today, we're going to dive deep into a dramatic storyline that has left many of us speechless and full of mixed emotions. This tale of love, betrayal, and revenge weaves together the fates of Ridge, Taylor, and Brooke into a narrative that is as captivating as it is heartbreaking. So, sit back, relax, and join us as we unpack each twist and turn of this unforgettable saga. At the heart of the drama is Ridge, a man who has long been caught between desire and duty, love and vengeance. In a moment of careful reflection, Ridge decides to orchestrate a wedding with Taylor, a decision that is as much about his own happiness as it is about a calculated act of retribution against Brooke. For Ridge, the wedding is not merely a step toward marital bliss, it is a statement meant to deliver a crushing blow to Brooke, who has caused him immense pain in the past. By choosing to unite with Taylor, Ridge hopes that Brooke will be forced to witness his newfound joy, a joy that stands in stark contrast to the hurt she inflicted upon him. This act of retribution underscores the complexity of Ridge's character, as his desire for happiness is inextricably intertwined with the need to settle old scores. Taylor's reaction to Ridge's proposal is equally complex. On the surface, she appears to be filled with genuine happiness and excitement. Taylor has always harbored deep feelings for Ridge, and the opportunity to rekindle their relationship seems to validate her long-standing love. Her agreement to the marriage is not merely an act of capitulation but also a declaration of her desire to triumph over Brooke, a woman who, in Taylor's eyes, has perpetually cast a long shadow over their love. The idea of finally becoming Ridge's wife fills Taylor with a sense of victory, as she sees this union as the culmination of her struggle to be seen and valued as more than just an afterthought in Ridge's life. As the stage is set for a lavish wedding, the air is thick with anticipation and the promise of a dramatic revelation. The ceremony, designed to be a celebration of new beginnings, is laden with the weight of Ridge's ulterior motives and Taylor's hidden agenda. Both characters enter the ceremony with personal ambitions that are far removed from the conventional understanding of marital vows. For Ridge, the wedding is a carefully crafted spectacle aimed at delivering a message to Brooke, while for Taylor, it is an opportunity to assert her long-suppressed emotions and to turn the tables on a system that has long undervalued her worth. The journey down the aisle is where the story takes an unexpected and shocking turn. As Taylor and Ridge approach the altar, the atmosphere transforms from one of anticipation to one of palpable tension. In a moment that leaves everyone stunned, Taylor reveals that her participation in the wedding was nothing more than a facade, a performance meant to lure Ridge into a trap. Far from her earlier display of affection, Taylor suddenly exposes the bitter truth: she never truly intended to be his bride. Instead, she sees the wedding as a grand stage on which to humiliate Ridge and to reclaim the dignity that had been eroded by years of deception. This revelation shocks not only the assembled guests but also Ridge himself, who is forced to confront the fact that his actions, driven by a desire for revenge, have led him into a web of consequences he can no longer control. Taylor's unexpected outburst is laden with emotional intensity. She explains that her previous displays of joy were nothing but an elaborate charade designed to keep Ridge unsuspecting. Beneath the surface of her calm exterior lay years of pent-up anger and resentment. Taylor confesses that she has always felt like a secondary choice, her love for Ridge diminished by the persistent presence of Brooke in his life. This painful admission brings into focus the deep-seated inequality that has haunted their relationship. For Taylor, the wedding was supposed to mark the moment when she could finally assert her rightful place in Ridge's heart, rather than being relegated to a position of second best. In exposing her true feelings, Taylor not only challenges Ridge's motives but also forces him to face the painful reality of his own mistakes. Ridge's decision to marry Taylor was never a straightforward act of love. It was, in many ways, a misguided attempt to exact revenge on Brooke. His internal conflict is palpable as he grapples with the dual impulses of seeking happiness and seeking retribution. By aligning himself with Taylor, Ridge hopes to create a situation in which Brooke is forced to acknowledge the consequences of her past actions. Yet, this strategy proves to be a double-edged sword. While it may satisfy his immediate desire for vengeance, It also sets in motion a series of events that ultimately lead to regret and sorrow. Ridge's internal battle highlights a universal truth about relationships. When actions are motivated by revenge rather than genuine love, the outcome is often marred by tragedy. In the aftermath of the explosive revelation at the altar, the fallout is immediate and devastating. Taylor's departure from the ceremony leaves Ridge not only alone but also reeling from the consequences of his choices. The grandeur of the wedding is quickly overshadowed by a profound sense of loss and regret. Ridge is forced to confront the painful realization that, in his pursuit of a momentary victory over Brooke, he has lost sight of the true meaning of love and respect. His quest for retribution has left him bereft of the very connection he sought to preserve. This moment of introspection is a turning point for Ridge, who must now face the harsh truth that his actions have not only hurt Brooke, but have also deeply wounded Taylor, a woman who had trusted him implicitly. Desperate to make amends, Ridge turns to Brooke, hoping that she might be willing to forgive him and return to his side. This plea is imbued with a deep sense of remorse and the acknowledgement of his mistakes. Ridge's approach to Brooke is a heartfelt admission of his failure to honor the feelings of those who have loved him unconditionally. Yet, when Brooke hears about the wedding between Ridge and Taylor, her heart hardens, leaving little room for reconciliation. Brooke's reaction is one of profound disillusionment. She no longer has the capacity to mend the fractures caused by Ridge's past actions. Instead of embracing him, Brooke chooses to distance herself, effectively shutting the door on any hope of a renewed relationship. This final rejection is a poignant reminder that actions rooted in betrayal and revenge often lead to irreversible consequences. The tragic unraveling of relationships in this storyline serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of allowing revenge and deceit to dictate the course of one's life. Ridge's initial decision, born out of a desire to hurt Brooke, ends up causing widespread emotional devastation, not only to Brooke but also to Taylor, who had long yearned for genuine recognition and love. The lavish wedding, intended as a symbol of new beginnings, instead becomes a stage for the exposure of long-held grievances and hidden truths. It is a powerful reminder that when personal pride and a thirst for retribution override empathy and respect, the resulting actions can shatter lives irreparably. This narrative also invites us to reflect on the nature of love and the importance of mutual respect in any relationship. Ridge's misguided attempts at revenge are emblematic of a deeper inability to address the underlying issues that have long plagued his romantic life. Both Taylor and Brooke are victims in their own right, each carrying the scars of past betrayals and unmet expectations. Taylor's masquerade of happiness and Brooke's ultimate rejection of Ridge are both symptoms of a deeper, more systemic failure to honor the emotional needs of those involved. In the end, the path to healing lies not in seeking vengeance but in embracing honesty, compassion, and genuine communication. As we analyze these events, it becomes clear that the intertwined destinies of Ridge, Taylor, and Brooke offer valuable lessons about the complexity of human relationships. The interplay between love, revenge, and regret is a timeless theme that resonates with audiences across generations. The characters' struggles remind us that every decision we make has far-reaching consequences and that true reconciliation can only be achieved when we are willing to confront our own shortcomings. In this respect, The Bold and the Beautiful does more than entertain. It challenges us to reflect on our own lives and the ways in which our actions can either heal or hurt those around us. Throughout this dramatic journey, the connections between each character's motivations and actions remain strikingly clear. Ridge's internal conflict, Taylor's hidden pain, and Brooke's ultimate disillusionment all coalesce into a narrative that is as multifaceted as it is tragic. The story forces us to ask difficult questions. What is the price of revenge? How can one find redemption after a cascade of betrayals? And perhaps most importantly, is it ever too late to make amends? These questions linger in the air long after the final act has been played, urging us to consider the true cost of our decisions. In conclusion, the dramatic events of the storyline are a powerful exploration of the interplay between love, revenge, and regret. Ridge's calculated decision to marry Taylor as a form of retribution against Brooke sets off a chain of events that culminates in heartache and disillusionment for all involved. Taylor's revelation at the altar, the ensuing emotional fallout, and Brooke's bitter rejection all serve as poignant reminders that actions driven by vengeance rarely lead to true satisfaction. Instead, they often sow the seeds of lasting regret, as evidenced by Ridge's ultimate realization of his mistakes. Thank you for taking the time to read our in-depth analysis of this riveting storyline from The Bold and the Beautiful. We hope that our exploration has provided you with a clearer understanding of the complex motivations behind each character's actions and the far-reaching consequences of their decisions. Your thoughts and opinions are always welcome in the comments section below, so please feel free to share your perspective on this dramatic tale. Goodbye for now, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like the video, and join us for more discussions on your favorite dramatic stories. Stay tuned, and until next time, take care and keep the conversation going.